Okay, sorry about that. Pressed the wrong button, turned it off. So I'll continue where I left off. I'm going to try and loop this thing. And I will, first of all, I got this battery here. It's 12.6 volts right now, small battery. And it's 15 volts in this cap right now. And I have the AC of the full wave bridge hooked to this resonant cap bank of these crappy caps. And it's coming out of here, out of the secondary. So it's my typical setup going on. I have 15 volts in here. I'm going to plug the cap into this battery. And it's 12.6 now, and it should charge a little bit. So let's see if that is true. So one moment. Yes, indeed, the volts have gone up to 12.8 as this capacitor filled by this transformer system at 15 volts is making the volts go up. Look, it's a 12.9 already. One moment. Okay, it's up to 13. It's just been about 1 minute, and I hooked up an ammeter in DC, 20 amps DC, and we have 100 milliamps, 90 milliamps now, going from the cap to the positive of this 7 amp hour battery. So it's getting that amount of charge. So it is charging. That's confirmed. Okay. One moment. Okay, just in case anyone wants to know, from this big battery, 200 amp hour boat trolling motor lead acid battery. It is now reading 11.8 volts across this big battery. It's drawing 1.3 amps to this inverter that runs everything. And it ends up in this DC cap, and this DC cap at 750, and this is 220. So it's almost 3,000 MFD, if that's right. And that is charging, that 15 volts I have in here is charging this up. And while it is charging, it's drawing that 1.3, okay? If I take off the charge to the battery, as it is now, it's 1.2. Which makes sense because we had like 100 milliamps going into that. So let's put that back on, make double sure. Battery's being charged now. It's up to 1.3. Battery is off. It's down to 1.2. Okay, so now I'm gonna hook where it's charging this battery. I'm gonna hook this up to charging this big battery and just see what happens. So hold on. Okay, I stretched a couple cables from this cap with the 15 volts to this big battery. And here is it not connected. This is the input to the inverter we're looking at. When I connect it, now this battery's being charged. You can say this is looped because I'm charging the battery that is running the show. Let's see, how much did that go up when I injected it? Probably, just a moment. Okay, it's at 1280 now. It's not charging the run battery, the battery running everything. And the draw from this battery to this inverter that runs everything is 1.28. Now when I hook this up and put a charge back into the battery, there we go. It's now 1.38. Interesting. So there's that 100 milliamps more again. It's a robbing. So there's nothing magical going on here, but I am looping it. It's not self-sustained loop, of course, but maybe it is. Who knows? So I'm gonna now make the thing just run off this capacitor into this inverter that runs the whole system. So I'm going to disconnect the battery but leave the capacitor hooked up. Let me see how I'm going to do that. I need to have this hooked to here for sure. Here's the voltage meter. Might as well put that on too. Now when I unhook this alligator clip from this battery terminal, it's going to run on the capacitor only, and by some 1 in a million chance it's going to keep running. Here we go. Here's the voltage across the battery right now, and when I take this off, it's going to be the voltage across the cap running the inverter. Here we go. Come off of there. Ugh. Doesn't want to come out. Put this up here. Okay, there's the voltage. There, almost. Okay, now here we go. Remember, this is battery cost, both the cap and the battery. When I take this off, it's going to be only the voltage across the cap feeding this. As what to be expected. So, there's that. You know, I guess that proves there is no free energy. I just proved it. I did the experiments and there is no free energy. It's a myth. I'm being sarcastic right there. Okay, so back at it, I want to change this cap bank. I want to tune these caps, resonator caps, to when it's loaded. I'm a little foggy how I'm going to do that right now. There's one thing, tuning to it while it's unloaded, which it was, and then when it is loaded. So I think that's good enough for a day. Okay, thanks for watching.